Shouldn't.
What?
Huh?
I'm gonna move it up. Move it up.
Huh? I gotta wait for the town manager.
Yeah, as soon as,
I'm gonna put it at the top of the list.
yeah.
Let everybody know. I'd like to call the Smithfield Town Council meeting Tuesday, August 5th, 2025 at 7 p.m. There were no votes taken in executive session. It's a regular meeting. We convene at 7 o'clock. Announced any executive session, there was none. The prayer, may this meeting be great, fruitful, and productive in strengthening our bonds as a team and equipped with us to achieve our oversharing goals. Thank you for your guidance, for the peace and fruitful of this discussion. Amen. Salute to the flag.
United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Emergency evacuation and health notification.
In the event of the town council chambers has to be evacuated, there are two exits. One to my right where the exit sign is, takes you to the side of the building. Exit sign to the doors to the rear. Go out those doors, right, the stairwell is to the right, takes you out to the front of the building. In the event of an emergency, please do not use the elevator. Ladies' room and men's room. Rear exit, men's room is to the right. Rear exit for the ladies, move up the stairs and to the left.
Thank you, Chief. We're going to skip around a little bit because I know a lot of folks here are for the zoning ordinance. That will be rescheduled until September 2nd.
And the reason being, there was a notice issue, and the findings of the planning board have not yet been transmitted to the council. Part of the process requires that the planning board issue an advisory recommendation to the town council before the town council acts on any proposed zoning amendment. They don't have those findings yet, so the hearing is going to get rescheduled until September 2nd.
Thank you, Anthony. Presentation, special recognition to Mr. Gene Allen, recipient of the 2025 Rhode Island Public Works Leader of the Year Award. Mr. Allen. We would like to give you this special recognition plaque for your office. And it states, the Smithfield Town Council and the Town of Smithfield, Rhode Island, wish to extend a heartfelt recognition to Gene Allen to being awarded the 2025 Public Works Leader of the Year by the New England chapter of the American Public Works Association, August 5th, 2025. Congratulations.
Thank you. I would just like to say, thank you very much, but in all honesty, it's a team effort, not only with, Ralph, Melissa, Laura, everybody in the town, with you folks supporting us for all the endeavors that we take on, and of course my wife, for our Sunday afternoon discussions when I'm asked, how's your week look? Which essentially means how many meetings are you going to be late? So, but her support is invaluable, so thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Allen. I'd like to give you this, and we'll take a picture.
Chick-fil-A, well said.
So I wouldn't be email Dave.
That's fine.
That's the biggest thing.
Item number 6, move that the minutes of July 15th executive session meeting held pursuant to Rhode Island General Laws 42465A, 2 collective bargaining, discuss memorandum of agreement, MOA, modifying the collective bargaining agreement period July 1, 2023 to June 30th, 2026 between the town of Smithfield and the Smithfield Lodge of 17th Fraternal Order of Police, section 42465A and 5, real estate potential acquisition, lease of real property and approved as recorded and sealed. I'll entertain a motion.
So moved.
Do I have a second? Any discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Nays? Ayes have it. Item B, move the minutes of July 15th open session meeting be approved and recorded. I'll entertain a motion.
So moved as amended?
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Nays? Ayes have it. Item number 7, consider and discuss to act upon the following possible appointments and reappointment. There are none. Moving to public hearings. Schedule a public hearing on Tuesday, September 2nd, 2025, to consider, discuss, to act upon amendments in Charter 186 of the Code of Ordinance entitled Entertainment Shows, Special Events sponsored by Councilman Ionati and Councilwoman Tapi. I'll entertain a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? I just have a question to council. You think we should move that to the second meeting in September because the zone changes on for the second? Just a thought. Just a thought.
It's
Okay.
pretty straightforward, and I think what the purpose of it is to try to cut down on some of the advertising costs.
Okay.
And so we want to start saving money as soon as possible if the council
All right, very
wants to
good.
change that.
All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Nays? Ayes have it. Item C, schedule a public hearing for September 2nd. Consider, discuss, act upon amendments in sections 5.10 of the zoning ordinance entitled Inclusionary Zoning. You refer to the planning board for advisory opinion. I'll entertain a motion.
Mr. President, if I may just briefly speak on this. This is an amendment to the inclusionary zoning ordinance that we currently have in town. As many of you know, that we have been inundated with multifamily developments, excessive developments, developments that don't really fit into the character of Smithfield. This ordinance has been amended a few times already, but, as things change in the legislature on the state level, we're trying to adapt as best as we can. So this is one proposed amendment written by myself and some of our colleagues here as well, and it was approved by our previous town planner. Since this was written, I think This has also been bounced around with Councilman Ionati, and I know Councilman Ionati has some different views on this, so the planning board will be receiving this version. However, I know there are some items in this version that need to be discussed further, and I know the planning board is well-suited to do that. I will be attending that planning board meeting. Presumably, Councilman Ionati will be attending that planning board meeting, and we're going to try to work some of these problems that Smithfield is facing with the large developments, multifamily developments, trying to encourage single-family developments. People obviously have land, they have a right to develop it, but the problem is these large multifamily units. So trying to encourage single-family developments as best as we can. I know you want to say
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, we're all working together toward the same goal. The question is how we get there, how best to get there. I like some of the things in this amendment, basically the part that we changed from requiring 2 market rate units to 1 market rate unit for every low and moderate income unit. And this reflects a recent change in state law. I also like the fact that it draws a distinction between single-family housing and multifamily housing by having the single-family units, only 10 of those would be required to trigger the inclusionary zoning, while only 6 units of multifamily units would trigger inclusionary zoning. What I don't like is going back from 33% back down to 15% low and moderate income for inclusionary zoning. And also, I don't like allowing developers to make payments in lieu of building the affordable housing required. This is a reversal of the changes we made last year and will, I think, ensure that Smithfield never reaches the 10% affordable housing numbers that are required to restore our ability to control our own zoning and limit the size of basically these mega condo developments. As I've said many times, we have, I think we're up to almost 1,100 units now that have been proposed. So I think we're all trying to work together on this because this is a tsunami coming toward the town, and it's going to have a big negative effect on the town. So, this should go to the planning board, and we'll discuss it further there, and we'll see the best way to move forward and what they recommend.
A motion. Oh,
I'm sorry, is this a discussion period? Yes, okay. So, yeah, I mean, I would agree we have to put it before the planning board as well. Aside from the provisions that match state law, how did the other changes come about?
So these were worked through with myself, some of the other council members, the town planner at the time, Mike Phillips, trying to come to some type of plan and resolution as to how we can fix this, as Councilman Ionati says, tsunami of developments coming into town. So these are just some theories that we've kind of formulated over the course of seeing how the law actually plays out when developers come in and file their applications and start developing property. So we've noticed some issues in that, and I'm trying to minimize that as much as possible, and I look forward to continuing to see if we can make things better for the residents in town and not have such large developments if possible.
I mean, I would agree with that end goal, to not have as many multifamily, high-density units in town, but as a co-sponsor of the amendment previously, I also don't agree with changing the percentage of LMI back, and as well as the, in lieu of fees, taking that away, because as I said at that meeting, we're never gonna, the state is mandating us for the 10% goal. We don't have a choice, right? Whether I'm for it or not, which I'm not at all. It seems like it's going the opposite way. And it doesn't encourage single-family zoning. I know we'll talk about this more, but, and so who drafted this, aside from yourself and Councilman Ionati? Who else was involved? You said Mike Phillips?
The town planner, Mike Phillips, the town planner.
Were any attorneys involved in this?
I'm not sure, I don't believe so. I'm sure it was ran through the necessary channels in the town, but I don't know if there was independent attorneys that you're referring to.
So the solicitor was not involved in this?
I oversaw it when Councilmember Ionati sent me some revisions and Angelica sent the initial legislation over. I just looked at it.
Okay, so no attorneys were involved in drafting this, is what you're saying?
If you're referring to whether or not the provisions in here are legal provisions to put in, it was overlooked by our attorneys, and I think,
Such as who? I was just curious.
well, our town solicitor has looked at this before it went on the agenda.
Okay, thank you.
I'll also be submitting a version with my own changes to the planning board as well, but this can get the ball rolling.
So with that, I'll move passage. I think the time for discussion is after it's scheduled.
Correct.
Yeah.
Move passage, do I have a second? Any more discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Nays? Ayes have it. Item D, conduct a public hearing to consider and discuss act upon approving a one-day special event license for Seven Cedars Farm for the Fall Festival 20 John Maury Road at the following date, Saturday, September 6, 2025, from 10 to 4, with the rain date September 7, 2025. All special licenses for Seven Cedar are subject to compliance with all state regulations and local ordinances. I'll open up the public hearing. Anyone would like to speak on this matter? Hearing none, I'll close the public hearing. I'll entertain a motion.
How do we make out with the lighting issue with the neighbor? We haven't heard.
Yeah, they agreed, and I'm going to check in when they do the event, but
Okay.
they did speak to each other, and John said he would take care of it.
Well, he said he was taking care of it, but the neighbor said the sun was the problem.
Well, John did put in,
Right.
I was going to check on it once he
All right.
opens up.
Well, so let's do this. Let's say, so can we loop this around to the other ones that he has? If he doesn't take care of the lighting issue, then the other ones go away. We shut the other. I mean, we got to make sure that, he gets the message. I mean, John got it, but John also said it was his son. And the neighbor said it was the son. Son didn't show up.
I think the motion, do you remember, Lynn, was the motion to address the lighting issue? No?
No, there was no,
There was no motion pertaining to the light
it's
issue.
just a conversation.
Well,
They were working on it together, the neighbor, and
Right,
she was
right.
there, yeah.
right. We could.
Well, then,
I mean-
if it doesn't work out the right way this time, then
Yeah, we'll
Next
let it go.
time.
If it doesn't, then
I'll
You
still
can
at
always
least.
pull, right, you can always pull it.
All right. We have a motion, we have a second. Any more discussion?
Why would the fire chief say depends on the type of event and not just sign it? Why would he write that? For official use only. Instead of signing it, he wrote depends on the type of event.
What's probably a type of event that we don't have any jurisdiction over. That's probably why he did that. Anything to do with amusement rides, then the fire department has jurisdiction over it.
Interesting.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Nays, ayes have it. Item E, conduct a public hearing to consider and discuss act approving a one-day special event license for Smithfield High School football team to hold a fundraiser for the high school football team, 100 Pleasant View Avenue, on the following date, August 14, 2025, from 5 to 8. All special licenses for Smithfield High School football team are subject to compliance with all state regulations and local ordinances. I'll open up the public hearing. Anyone like to speak on this matter?
Hi there, Jen Trainer, 19 Balsam Lane. I don't need to speak on the matter if it's approved. If you have any questions, I can answer it. It's, we're seeking a permit to sell Chick-fil-A. I'm not sure if you're familiar, they do it down at PCTA. They just come with some supplies, and we do it until supplies run out. It's open to the public. We'll do some social media campaigning for it and some flyers, and that's about it. And then the funds go directly, they give us a kickback, and then the funds go directly to the football program.
Thank you very much. Any questions? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion.
Second.
Any more discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor? Aye. Nays, ayes have it. Item 9,
Thank you.
licenses. Excuse me. Consider discuss act approving a massage therapy license for Lana Souza Poulin to conduct a therapeutic massage at Apple Valley Wellness Center 47A Cedar Swamp Road as applied, subject to compliance with all state regulations and local ordinances. Lynn, is everything in order? Everything's in order. I'll entertain a motion.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Nays? Ayes have it. Item B, consider, discuss, act upon approving a one-day beer and wine license for the Smithfield Senior Center Hawaiian Luau to be held on Thursday, August 21st, 2025, from 12 to 3 p.m. The party will take place at the Smithfield Senior Center at 1 William Hawkins Trail from 12 to 3 as applied, subject to all state regulations and local ordinances. Lynn, everything in order?
Everything's in order.
I'll entertain a motion.
So moved.
A second. Any discussion? Aloha. All those in favor?
Aye.
Nays? Ayes have it. Consider, discuss, and act upon approving an annual renewal of one massage establishment license as applied, subject to compliance with all state regulations and local ordinances. Fox Wellness, Body Grateful Day Spa, 405 Douglas Pike. Now, any questions? Everything in order?
Yes.
I'll entertain a motion.
Motion to approve.
I have a second.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Nays, ayes have it. Item D, consider, discuss, act approving an annual renewal, one massage therapy license as applied, subject to compliance with all state regulations and local ordinances. Caitlin Vinogro, working at Body Grateful Day Spa, 405 Douglas Pike. Everything in order, Lynn?
It is.
I'll entertain a motion.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Nays, ayes have it. Item E, consider, discuss, and act approving a new mobile food truck license for Pagori Brothers Ice Cream LLC. Pagori Brothers Ice Cream to sell frozen treats and truck route registration number 103348, 28 Delta Drive, Pawtucket, Rhode Island, as applied, subject to compliance with all state and rules and regulations. Any issues, Lynn?
I'm sorry.
Nope.
No, we're just still waiting on a copy of the mobile food truck registration.
Okay, we'll make the motion subject to.
Perfect.
So moved.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Nays, ayes have it. Item F, consider, discuss, and act approving a peddler's license from Johnson's Shave Ice LLC, Hookah, Smithfield, to sell shaved ice and ice cream from truck MT registration 681-520A, 260 Harriet Lane, Cumberland, subject to compliance with all state regulations and local ordinances, and the final approval of building and zoning official. Everything in order, Lynn?
Just waiting on the building and zoning final approval.
Subject to.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Nays, ayes have it. Item G, consider, discuss, and act upon approving a massage therapy license for Zim U to conduct therapeutic massages on Oasis Spa, Inc., 9 Cedar Swamp Road, Suite 9, as applied, subject to compliance with all state regulations and local ordinances. Everything in order, Lynn?
It is.
I'll entertain a motion.
So moved.
I have a second.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Nays, ayes have it. Item H, consider, discuss, act upon approving a new particular license for Minimum Pizza LLC, DBA Ronzio Pizza, 1150 Douglas Pike, as applied, subject to compliance with all state law, regulations, and local ordinances. Final approval from the Rhode Island Department of Health. Are we all set, Lynn?
Still waiting on the Department of Health.
We're still waiting on the Department of Health. Subject to.
Yeah.
Can you please take your hat off?
Oh, I'm sorry about
Thank
that.
you.
Yeah, that's me. They said that they could wait on the Department of Health thing. I just came to see, if it all goes through or whatnot.
Okay. So we're just subject to?
Pizza.
No, I mean, we'll give you the license subject to us receiving that paperwork.
Oh, all right, got you.
Okay, got it?
Okay, I
Got it.
understand.
Entertain a motion.
So moved.
A second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Nays, ayes have it. Item I, consider, discuss, act upon approving a mobile food truck license for Tits 278 Inc., Chick-fil-A of Attleboro, to sell chicken sandwiches, fries, in a truck with mass registration TZ 8074C, as applied, subject to compliance with all state regulations and local ordinances. Lynn, are we all set? Everything's in order. I'll entertain a motion. Have a
Second.
second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all's in favor?
Aye.
Ayes, ayes have it. Item J, consider, discuss, act upon approving a new mobile food truck license for Cider and Spice Inc., Cider and Spice to sell donuts and whoopie pies and apple cider from the truck with the Rhode Island registration IZQ 952 as applied, subject to compliance with all state regulations and local ordinances. Everything in order, Lynn? I'll entertain a motion.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor? Aye. Nays, ayes have it. Item K, consider discuss and act upon approving one new peddler's license as applied, subject to compliance with all state regulations and local ordinances for cider and spice. Everything in order, Lynn? I'll entertain a motion.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor? Aye. Nays, ayes have it. Item 10, old business, there is none. Item 11, new business. Consider, discuss, act upon authorizing requests and proposals for the exterior restoration and painting of the town hall and the Department of Public Works. Look, he got the award and now he's just like falling asleep.
I guess it falls under the two of us.
I didn't initiate it, I'm just jumping on.
Congratulations again.
Thank you.
Welcome to the town council.
Thank you.
You
Appreciate
need paint?
it. This is just an RFP to get some renovations done on the town hall here with some of the trim work and some of the repairs, and also at the DPW where we need some tender loving care on the building itself. We have some masonry work and some painting that needs to be done, so just exploring to see how much the cost would be.
I just have a question, Director. There's been a lot of, obviously, old wood out there. If it needs to be replaced, will it be replaced? Or will they just paint over it?
No, we will take a look, and anything that's rotted or bad will be replaced.
Okay. Any questions of the Director?
I saw that on the town hall side of the budget, there was $10,000 put aside for, does that include is that what we're talking about? The $10,000?
No,
not
we,
sure what
the BFRB had increased that to 45,000
It's 45
for capital for this building, yeah.
for this building?
Yes.
And does that include the DPW, or is
No,
there more for that?
No, that would come out of his operating budget, yeah. We're hoping, obviously, to get a better price, but we'll evaluate the two buildings where we come in.
Any further discussion?
I have a question as well, sorry. When you say masonry work, is that going to include there's like a memorial out front with the cement's kind of like cracking? Does that include that, or no? I didn't see that in this proposal
That's a
No.
separate project
Okay.
that,
We'll do that, DPW will do that work.
separately.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, I'll entertain a motion.
Motion to approve.
Have a second? Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor? Aye. Nays, ayes have it. Item B, consider, discuss, act upon authorizing request for proposals for ultra-thin bonding wearing services.
Thank you. This is to go out for bid for the ultra-thin bonding wearing surface. It's a maintenance item that we use similar to what we would do in the past with a slurry seal or a chip seal. This is a better product because it looks more and rides more like a newly paved road, but it doesn't go through the expense of having to do full depth reclamation or milling and filling. It's along the same scale of being able to do 3 times as much work on roads that you haven't lost the profile, you've done some crack sealing. It seals the road and it gives it a better wearing surface and really buys us 10 to 15 years before we have to spend more money and more expensive process.
Thank you. I'll entertain a motion.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor? Aye. Nays, ayes have it. Item C, consider, discuss, act upon authorizing request for proposal for street line painting services.
This is just our annual services. We look at a 3-year contract to do all the center line, edge lines, and then some crosswalks and stop bars.
I'll entertain a motion.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor? Aye. Nays, ayes have it. Item D, consider, discuss, act upon authorizing a poll petition for the Rhode Island Energy Company to relocate pole number 5 and pole number 6 on Hillside Street.
No objections to the proposed location?
Hearing none, I entertain a motion.
Motion to approve.
I have a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all,
Yes, I have a question.
oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. The poles, are they being moved towards a resident, like the residential home, or are they being moved away?
These two are actually being moved away from, it looks like they're
Excellent.
on the private property and then moving to the front side.
Oh, perfect, thank you.
Any other questions? Hearing none, all's in favor?
Aye.
Nays, ayes have it. Item E, consider act upon discussing the authorizing of a poll petition for Nile Energy, install a new pole on 31-84 Anchor to Dean Avenue.
Again, no objection to the proposed placement.
I have the same question for this one. Is this,
This is replacing what is currently a tree guy across the street. Rhode Island Energy, years ago, would put a guy for the pole line into a tree. They're trying to, go about and remove those, and they're installing a pole and anchor in place of that.
they're putting it in a tree?
In the past, they put an anchor to support the lines.
okay.
They'd anchor it into a tree. That obviously is not good for the health of the tree, and eventually they do fail. So they're in the process of taking it out and putting an actual pole and an anchor to support the distribution system.
Oh, I see, thank you.
Thank you. I'll entertain a motion.
Second.
Any more discussion? Hearing none, all's in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Nays, ayes have it. Item F, sitting as a water supply board, consider, discuss, act upon authorizing the town manager to enter into a contract with Beta Group of Lincoln, Rhode Island, to develop a 2025 clean water infrastructure replacement plan in the amount not to exceed $38,500.
Thank you. So we're entering into the 5-year cycle of updating all of our planning documents for the Department of Health, for the Water Resources Board, DEM and EPA, and all the bodies that look at our current system and what our plans are for the future. This particular infrastructure replacement plan is due in December. We will also have a risk assessment that'll be coming later this year to you. It's a risk assessment and cybersecurity review, which is due next June. There's an emergency response plan that is going to be due the following December, and then our water system management plan, which is the large plan that encompasses everything, which is due the following January. So you'll see me in the future coming back, and these are 5-year obligations that we have to complete these updates to these plans.
Any other questions? I'll entertain a motion. You have a
Second.
second? Any more discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Nays, ayes have it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Director, you taking your wife out to eat? Want to make sure. Item number 12, public comment. I'll open up the floor for public comment.
Good evening, everyone. Kent Souza, 2 Williams Road. We've brought this up a few times over the last several years, and it's still not getting any traction. So I'm going to bring it up again today because I saw it on the agenda. I'm sure everybody in the audience, including taxpayers, would love the word transparency. It's important. It's important in government, and it's important in business. One of the things I think we got to start doing, and it relates to, and I apologize because it's about Gene, but it has nothing to do with the issue. When you're approving dollars, it should say where it's coming from. Whether it's from capital, whether it's from operating, general fund, we have to have a trace on everything. And, we found some things this year during the budget process I'm going to be bringing up over the next month or two. It would be nice if it was in the minutes to say we're taking, I'm assuming the Water Supply Board is an enterprise fund, is that correct? Okay. So, but anyway, you understand what I'm trying to say. I think for audit purposes, to have it connect with the agenda and then connect with the accounting on the other side, I think that's extremely important. So I've brought this up before, because then it's just a notation, and then we know how to account for the accounting side. So just to bring that up.
Yeah, I think that's important also, and as you can tell, at many meetings, I ask that very question because, I like to see also in the budget, there it is, whether it's the operating or the capital.
we need to tie it out, and there's some questions about some other things I won't bring up at this time, but it's just important. I just think that all five of you should know what you're voting on, and where it's coming from, what budget is, what little cup it's coming from. Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you for your comments. Anyone else? Hearing none, I'll close the public comment. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn, but before we do that, I want to congratulate Councilwoman Bovis. In the coming week, she will be getting married. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Enjoy your honeymoon, because when you come back, you're going right back to work.
Absolutely. Thank you.
I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor? Aye, nays?